Yara Zaya, the outspoken Ukrainian star of 90 Day Fiance, has certainly come a long way since moving to the United States on AK-1 visa sponsored by her now husband, Jovi Dufresne. The couple tied the knot in a whirlwind Las Vegas wedding back in February 2020, and soon after, welcomed their daughter Mila. But even after 5 years of marriage, their relationship remains anything but picture perfect. Fans saw their ups and downs play out during 90 Day, the last resort in 2023, where Yara and Jovi attended therapy to work on their troubled marriage. There, Yara dropped a bombshell she had been secretly taking birth control to avoid getting pregnant again. Meanwhile, Jovi admitted to turning down a job opportunity closer to home, which could have allowed him more time with his wife and daughter. His ongoing interest in strip clubs, an issue since the early days of their relationship, also came to the surface. Still, by the end of the season, the couple agreed to keep fighting for their marriage. In February 2025, Yara and Jovi marked their 5th anniversary and even added a furry member to the family, a dog named Mila. While Jovi has settled into a stable career as an ROV remotely operated vehicle supervisor, Yara's entrepreneurial path has been full of twists and turns. After her reality TV debut, Yara launched the Yara Zaya Shop, an online clothing boutique. While the brand initially faced criticism, fans accused her of inflating prices on bulk-bought items. Public opinion gradually shifted. Many started appreciating her trendy fashion sense and began purchasing the styles she wore on TV. However, not all of Yara's business ventures have gone smoothly. Her makeup brand, Bougie by Yara, promoted as vegan and cruelty-free, sparked backlash when fans discovered beeswax listed among the ingredients, making it neither vegan nor fully cruelty-free. The controversy led Yara to quietly pull the plug on the cosmetics line, though her clothing store remains operational. Now, Yara is making headlines once again, this time for a surprising new gig that has fans talking. She recently announced her role as Chief Marketing Officer for the Alpha Closers Club, a company shrouded in mystery and skepticism. In a promotional video, Yara declared, "We're building elite teams, selling high-ticket products with serious profit margins." But the vague messaging and lack of transparency on the company's website have many fans sounding the alarm. One social media user quipped, "Nothing screams scam louder than someone saying, 'Get rich selling mystery items.'" With little information available about what exactly is being sold and how the company has drawn suspicions of being a potential pyramid scheme. Critics argue that the emphasis seems more on recruiting salespeople than on offering a tangible product. Despite this controversial career pivot, Yara hasn't left reality TV behind. She was recently spotted filming in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, alongside Jovi and their daughter. A Redditor who saw them in action noted, "Jovi takes care of Mila, while Yara is getting ready to film." All signs point to the couple returning for another season of 90 Day Fiance. Happily Ever After? Rumored to premiere by June 2025. Whether Yara will open up about her involvement with the Alpha Closers Club on the new season remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, her journey continues to keep fans guessing. 90 Day, the last resort alum Jasmine Pineda is charting a bold new course, both as a mother and an independent woman. After a whirlwind journey that began with her move from Panama to the U.S. in 2023, Jasmine has seen more than her fair share of emotional highs and lows. She arrived with hopes of building a future with Michigan native Gino Palazzolo, whom she eventually married. But as fans of the franchise know all too well, their relationship was far from smooth sailing. A lack of emotional and physical intimacy left Jasmine feeling disconnected, prompting her to explore ethical non-monogamy, an unexpected turn that ultimately led to her pregnancy with Matt Brownies, the father of her child. In March 2025, Jasmine and Matt welcomed their daughter, Matilda, and committed to raising her together as co-parents. Since parting ways with Gino, Jasmine has relocated from Michigan to sunny Clearwater, Florida, where she's building a new life and reclaiming her sense of self. Recently, Jasmine surprised her TikTok followers with a sun-soaked video from a local beach. Wearing a bright smile, she said, "What a beautiful day. Just being here makes me feel like, I'm in Panama." She shared that she was enjoying a well-earned solo day while Matilda was safely in the care of her father, Matt. "Mommy's having a free day today," she cheered. The clip gave fans a rare glimpse into Jasmine's personal healing journey. After the emotional roller coaster of the past year dealing with rejection from Gino, the backlash from her unconventional relationship with Matt, and the pressures of becoming a new mom, Jasmine is clearly seeking moments of peace and self-care. Her beach day wasn't just about relaxation, it was also a statement. Jasmine wanted to show her followers that motherhood hasn't erased her independence or spirit. She's still the bold, vibrant woman fans first met on 90 Day Fiance, now with a deeper focus on mental wellness and balance. Critics may question her choices, but Jasmine has made it clear her relationship with Matt is rooted in mutual trust and a shared commitment to co-parenting. She emphasized that Matt is more involved in Matilda's life than the public might assume, and that he fully supports her efforts to maintain a healthy equilibrium between parenting and personal time. For Jasmine, the beach represents more than just sunshine, and sand is a powerful reminder of her roots. Having grown up near the ocean in Panama, the sea holds a special place in her heart. Since her move to the U.S., she hasn't had the chance to return home, and this solo beach day likely brought her a comforting sense of familiarity. In a world of constant scrutiny, Jasmine's message is clear. She's not letting the weight of public opinion define her. She's prioritizing her daughter, her mental health, and her right to joy, even if that joy comes in the form of a quiet day under the sun. 90 Day Fiancé stars Elizabeth Pothast and Andre Castrovet have never shied away from making bold life choices, and their recent talk of relocating to Moldova with their 2 children definitely turned heads. But did they really go through with it? Let's rewind for a moment. Elizabeth and Andrei's story began on a dating app in Dublin, Ireland. After a few dates, sparks flew, and Elizabeth eventually filed for Andrei's K1 visa. The couple tied the knot during Season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé, and over the years, they've built a life together in the United States, welcoming 2 children, Eleanor, now 5, and Winston 2. But their journey hasn't been without drama. From the beginning, Elizabeth's family was skeptical of Andrei's intentions. His decision to stay home while Elizabeth worked and his bold ask for a $100,000 loan from her father, Chuck, only added fuel to the fire. Andrei's fiery temper didn't help his image either, making him one of the more controversial figures in the 90 Day franchise. And then there's his mysterious past. Viewers raised eyebrows when it was revealed that Andre had previously been a police officer in Moldova. According to him, he left the force and the country after refusing to participate in corrupt activities. To avoid being framed, he fled to Ireland, where he worked as a bouncer and eventually met Elizabeth. Fast forward to 90 Day Diary Season 6. Elizabeth and Andre shocked fans by revealing they were seriously considering a move to Moldova with their 2 kids. While they seemed excited about the idea of reconnecting with Andrei's roots and raising their children in a simpler environment, fans were not convinced. One Reddit user summed up the skepticism with a blunt, "Seriously? Moving to Moldova?" Many agree that the U.S. offers a more secure future, especially given the ongoing war in neighboring Ukraine and concerns about Moldova's political stability. One commenter even asked, "Moldova while Russia is still bombing Ukraine? And her dad doesn't bring that up?" Others speculated the relocation plan was just another storyline to keep them on TV, or even a ploy to guilt Chuck into handing over more money. But here's the truth. Based on their recent social media activity, Elizabeth and Andre have not moved to Moldova. In fact, they seem firmly planted in Tampa, Florida. In April 2025, the couple posted a cheeky selfie from Tampa wearing meme sunglasses, clearly poking fun at the rumors, while confirming they're still living their American life. The couple owns a home and appears to be enjoying a stable, settled routine with their kids. Andre continues to share updates from the Sunshine State, with no signs of a Moldovan move on the horizon. So, will they ever actually move to Moldova? That remains to be seen. But for now, it looks like Elizabeth and Andre are staying put in Florida. Whether it's for the sake of their kids, their careers, or simply comfort, what matters most is that they're building a life that works for them, drama and all. Rob Warren finally breaks his silence on Sophie Sierra post The Last Resort chaos, spilling messy breakup tea and hinting at what went down. 90 Day Fiancé folks, this one's for you. Rob Warren has finally broken his silence on Sophie Sierra after The Last Resort went up in flames, and it's as messy as one would expect. After months of rocky updates, cryptic socials, and solid confessions, Rob's finally giving his side of the breakup tea. Now, With the last resort behind them, he's speaking out on what really went wrong and why Sophie's absence says more than words ever could. Rob warns opening up, and it's about Sophie Sierra, their messy exit from the last resort, and what's really going on now. We watched Sophie walk away during the recommitment ceremony, choosing her own happiness over their rocky marriage. But then came that bombshell. They hooked up again while filming the tell-all. Now, Rob's back on screens in 90 Day, Hunt for Love, and he's clearing the air. He told In Touch that neither he nor Sophie has officially filed for divorce yet. Both have spoken to lawyers, but Rob admitted, "I didn't get the paperwork ready." He claims it's just going to take a little bit of time. So what does that mean? Well, the door's not totally closed. And given their roller coaster past breaking up, getting back together, and even reconnecting after calling it quits, fans are already side-eyeing a possible reunion. Meanwhile, Rob's been busy stirring up drama Jasmine Pineda feud, cementing his spot in the 90 Day universe. Sophie, on the flip side, has gained fan love for her vulnerability, glowing social media presence, and focus on personal growth. Even though Rob insists it's over, the lack of a legal split plus that little post-breakup hookup makes things feel very unresolved. Jasmine Pineda just hit pause on parenting, and TikTok fans got the update firsthand via Screen Rant. The 90 Day, the last resort star took off for a solo beach day, proudly announcing, "I'm in Panama," while soaking up the Florida sun. Her daughter Matilda was left at home with her dad, Matt Bronies. Since her messy breakup with Gino Palazzolo and move from Michigan to Clearwater, Jasmine's been redefining life on her terms. Be it exploring ethical non-monogamy or co-parenting with Matt, it's been one hell of a ride. But now, she's reclaiming her space and letting fans know she's still got that solo sparkle. "Mommy's having a free day today. Yay," Jasmine said with a smile, clarifying she trusted Matt to hold it down at home. Through the chaos, Jasmine's showing up for herself, her peace, and yes, for Matilda too. Sarper Given made a surprising move on 90 Day Fiance by agreeing to sign a prenup with Shekinah Garner, but only under one wild condition. Sarper is a personal trainer from Turkey who met Shekinah, an esthetician from Los Angeles, during her trip to Istanbul. At first, he was not serious about dating her and had a notorious past, claiming to have slept with over 3,000 women. Sarper insisted that he changed for Shekinah, calling her his first real girlfriend. However, his behavior on 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 is raising doubts, with many viewers suspecting it may have all been an act. Sarper viewed his quitting his Playboy behavior as a major sacrifice when committing to Shekinah. However, his actions didn't reflect the respect she deserved. He delayed making their relationship public on Instagram and embarrassed her in front of her sister. Despite Shekinah's clear refusal, he pressured her to have a child. At one point, Sarper even told her he would forget her in 2 days if she returned to the U.S. Eventually, he apologized after recognizing his behavior. Shekinah accepted his proposal and brought Sarper to America to marry him. Sarper and Shekinah were finally getting along well in the new 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 episode when the topic of a prenup was brought up by one of Shekinah's friends, Alexandra. The couple was meeting with her large group of friends in Los Angeles and talking about how they wanted a wedding instead of a wedding, when the mention of a prenup suddenly made things tense. "What about a prenup?" Alexandra asked, and the rest of the group began to wonder if Sarper even knew what a prenuptial agreement was. Shekinah's friend Wendy tried to explain to Sarper that no one was trying to offend him, but the reality was that neither he nor they could control how long it would take for him to legally work and contribute in the U.S. "That could be 2 months. That could be 2 years, Wendy said. She and the others suggested that a prenup would serve as a safety net for both Sarper and Shekinah in case things went wrong. Shekinah noticed Wendy getting emotional, as she was very afraid for her, especially since Wendy also serves as her business manager. Wendy had worked hard to help Shekinah secure brand deals and build her financial stability, so seeing her risk it all for marriage raised serious concerns. Wendy wasn't just a friend, she had invested time and effort into Shekinah's success. "Babe, you know I trust you, but it might be a good idea for me to just get that," Shekinah gently told Sarper, referring to the prenup. However, Sarper appeared hesitant about signing any agreement. In a private interview, he admitted he was shocked, saying they had never discussed it before. In his culture, marriage means a full, lifelong commitment. Sarper then decided to sign the prenup, only if a special clause was added. Sarper got agitated as he spoke, pointing his finger at Shekinah and shaking it, prompting her to ask him to put it down. Sarper told Shekinah that he had a weight goal of 128 pounds for her. "I will weigh you in every first week of every month, and for every pound you over, I will fine you for $1,000, Sarper announced. He kept asking Shekinah if she was okay with that. Sarper noted that if someone puts agreements into a relationship, it becomes a business. Since Shekinah came to Sarper with a prenup request, he decided to make a counteroffer. Shekinah agreed to sign it, believing Sarper was only doing it out of frustration. She admitted it wasn't surprising to her. It was the same man who had been weighing her since day one. Shekinah recognized that this was Sarper's way of getting back at her for bringing up something he found offensive. To him, the idea of a prenup felt like a lack of trust, and this response was his subtle way of reclaiming control in the situation. 90 Day Fiance star Shekinah's friends wondered how deeply she was being manipulated by Sarper to agree to such a thing. She tried to explain to them that it was something she was already doing. Sarper walked out of the conversation when he felt called out by Shekinah's friends. He claimed it was a disrespectful move on Shekinah's part when he was treating their relationship like a business transaction. Sarper asking Shekinah to add the weight clause to the agreement just goes on to show that he is someone who will never change. When joining 90 Day Fiance, Hunt for Love, Courtney Reardans was nervous about a few things, including which franchise alums might be involved. "I was worried Big Ed Brown or Angela Deem were going to be there and fighting or instigating stuff the whole time," Courtney exclusively told Us Weekly. "I was a little nervous about that." Instead, Courtney was joined by Rob Warren, Colt Johnson, Chantel Everett, Usman Sojaboy Umar, Tim Malcolm, Tiffany Franco, and Jennifer Tarazona. Courtney had an immediate reaction to seeing Usman, who seemingly didn't recognize her on the spinoff. "I've met him. It's like, who else is tall and blonde and sounds like me? It's like, this is me," she quipped. "Why are you acting brand new? Or you don't know me?" Courtney joined the TLC series hopeful that she would find someone special, adding in 34. "I feel like I've been trying on my own to find love, so why not let the professionals help me find love?" After going through so many different exams and matchmakers before officially appearing on Hunt for Love, Courtney knew the show was serious about finding the one for her. "But I didn't know there'd be so many workshops," she added. "It was a lot of work. It was a lot." The 90 Day Fiancé originated in 2014 and follow the unique 90 Day Fiancé K-1 visa process that allows overseas engaged individuals to travel to the United States to live with their partners for the first time. After the initial success, 90 Day Fiancé expanded to include spin-offs such as 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, 90 Day Fiancé What Now, 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, 90 Day Fiancé Pillow Talk, 90 Day Fiancé Just Landed, and many more. For reference, Courtney's worry about Big Ed joining the newest iteration comes after he appeared on 90 Day Fiancé with failed engagements to Rose Vega and Liz Woods, respectively. "I get wedding proposals almost every other day. They're from people over 85 years old, and I don't even know where their nursing home is, so I don't respond to those," Ed exclusively told us in May 2024. "The last crazy DM I just got, they're actually neighbors who invited me to go on a couple's trip to Florida, all expenses paid. I'm like, well, I'm single, don't worry. We're all going to have a lot of fun. I'm like, why don't we just grab a drink locally and see what happens?" I get a lot of those requests. The TLC personality told us he was surprised by the overwhelming support, adding, "People want to take me out to dinner or to lunch, and what I don't like about that is that they don't want to have lunch with me. They want to have lunch with Big Ed, and that comes with the territory." Ed also opened up about his search for love, which didn't end up including Hunt for Love. "I've been dating. It's still weird because even the word date, it has a negative connotation because when you date someone, you're basically pretending to be somebody else," he concluded. "So what I'm focusing on is developing friendships. I have a handful of people who I've met through the industry that we go to lunch together, we go to Topgolf, we go to happy hours together. And so, impatiently waiting for the right person to come along."